Just a few moments ago, something believed to be a plane crashed into the south tower of the World Trade Center.
We have just been told that President Bush has been informed of this incredible tragedy happening in New York.
The tape of when we were talking to you to see if we can tell. Okay. We can't see anything. We can't see a second plane.
I ran inside, turned on the TV, and there was a ticker tape on the bottom of the TV calling all emergency workers into work, into hospital, fire, medical. So I got on my car. It was a day like no other. The LIE, the Long Island Expressway, they had checkpoints along the way. If you weren't an emergency, you had to show your ID. If you weren't an emergency worker, you had to get off the road. I'm listening to the radio, and I hear that we're under attack.
I was 8 years old, and my middle brother being 6, and my youngest brother being just over 3 months. Our teacher sat us down in the room and told us that something happened in the city. And me, being naive and young, I spoke up and said that my dad would probably be there, knowing that he was a police officer and a service unit and working in Manhattan, in truck 2. So at that point, my mother had sat my brother and I down on the couch when we got back and explained to us that something had happened in Manhattan and that our father would not be coming home that day. She didn't expressly say that he was, killed or anything, but we were informed that he may be trapped under a building and it's going to take some time to get him back. And it wasn't months later that we were officially told that my father had passed, giving his life to try to save people in the towers.
The events of 9/11 were never truly explained to me. They've always just been a part of who I am and what my life is. I was 3 months old at the time of the attacks, and I grew up in the household with 2 brothers and a mother. And there was no sugarcoating what was going on because the age difference between everyone, I just had to get right on the bus and learn what was going on. I feel like I was introduced to the concept of evil at a very young age and understood that I wanted to get rid of that. Well, I feel that my call to action has been instilled in me from the day I was born to now. Growing up, I always wanted to serve my country, serve my community, and participate in a team environment. I try to make myself as useful as possible, and I want to do things right the first time, so I decided to join the United States Marine Corps. Yeah, I chose the infantry because I wanted to have a more direct hand in what goes on. I understand that all roles are vital and important, but I'd like to be able to carry out the plans and the orders by being on the ground. Coming from a family of service, I felt I've had to hold myself to a higher standard as not to tarnish the legacy of those who came before me. I always wanted to aspire to be a lot like my grandfather, who was a Marine back in 1950s or so. And he was like a father figure to me, so being able to look up to him growing up and seeing what it meant to truly be a Marine was something I always aspired to do. I absolutely do feel inspired by my brothers. They've always been there for me. And over the years, they helped me make informed decisions on what I'd like to do, what I wanted to do, how to accomplish goals. They're always there for me when I needed help doing homework, sitting at the kitchen table, or wanted to have a catch, because that's what boys are for. But looking up to my brothers and understanding that they're well respected in their groups and were able to become leaders of their own is something I always wanted to achieve. I feel that the shoes that have been left to fill are almost unattainable, but hopefully over the course of time I could work my way at perfecting my craft and doing what's right by the people I'm with and everyone I'm around. I don't feel self-righteous or important about anything that I do, but I'd like to uphold my end of whatever my part is and wherever I am. The most impactful thing that I've been taught throughout recruit training was being able to push yourself further than you ever had just to accomplish the task at hand. Being able to work in a team environment and just put your head down and get things done is definitely something I'll be carrying with me for the rest of my life. I hope that over the course of my career, I won't be seen as Captain John Vigiano's grandson or Detective Joe Vigiano's son, but be seen as the first John Michael Vigiano, and be able to prove for myself and for what I stand for that I'm worthy of carrying this name.